Hello everyone, this is Lady Bridget and welcome to episode 62 for Lughnasadh, Lammas, or the First Harvest.
Hello and welcome to Reaching for the Moon, presented by Everglades Moon Local Council, Florida chapter of Covenant of the Goddess. COG supports individual works by its covens, members, and local councils. It's a vibrant network of a myriad of Wiccan and witchy resources, religious support, friendships, service opportunities, and more. To find out more, visit our website, emlc.net, our Facebook page, facebook.com/EvergladesMoon, or Twitter, @EMLCTweets.
Hello, and I hope everyone is staying safe and well during this coronavirus quarantine, pandemic, whatever you call it. It's been a very strange year, 2020 so far. And as I was going through all of my files to find something for the podcast for this particular Sabbath, I came across the song workshop that was done by the Crow women at a Merry Meet gathering in 2012. It wasn't recorded by me, it was actually recorded by someone else, one of my many minions, who was kind enough and gracious enough to send it to me. And I was listening to it, as I listened to all of the workshops to see how much editing needed to be done and all of that. And I have to tell you, I ended up listening to it and not editing anything. Because really, when I sat back and closed my eyes and just listened to it, I could picture myself there in the room with all these other people and all these other women and all singing together. And there are the occasional side comments and a lot of laughter. And I realized that I needed this. I needed to hear and remember what it's like to be in a room full of people in a workshop all together. And I think maybe other people probably are needing this experience again as well. It was so wonderful to hear all the voices of people just chilling and being in the same room and making jokes and enjoying laughter and enjoying song together. So I have to admit, I didn't edit anything. Parts of it may be a little hard to hear. That's the way workshops are. I didn't edit out any of the laughter. I didn't edit out any of the comments or the whispering or what note should we start this on? I don't know. What note do you think it starts on? Because that's all part of the experience. And in this case, I wanted to bring you a full workshop experience. Now, I couldn't bring the whole workshop in this one podcast because it's an hour and 45 minutes long. So I've split it up and I'm giving you part one right now in this podcast, and part two will be next month in the Maven podcast. So sit back and relax. You might want to wear earphones for this one so you don't miss any of the nuances. And this was recorded, as I said, in Merry Meet in 2012. You'll hear the Crow women talking about their new album being Crow Magic, but in actuality, that album came out a long time ago, and their newest album is called Seasons. And you can purchase Crow women music. Actually, I found it on Amazon because CD Baby apparently is not still around. Last time I Googled CD Baby, nothing came up. So I think maybe you might have to look on Amazon or Google Seasons by the Crow women and see what you get. I definitely recommend that you find their music because it is really very down to earth, great music. Anybody can sing it, anybody can use it. You don't have to be a professional. And that is the charm of their songs. As you'll hear, because they get the whole room singing and everybody's singing together and it sounds fantastic. And that's not often that you get that experience. This year, Merry Meet is going to be virtual. It's going to be August 14th and 15th. And so sign up should be happening quite shortly. And unfortunately, we're not going to get to see each other except on the screen. And there's so much of that going on right now. But you got to do what you got to do so we can all get through it. And I know you've heard this 1,000 times, so I'm not going to keep repeating it. But anyways, I hope you enjoy this experience as much as I did. Blessed be.
started before. I got the siren.
Okay.
We're taking our places.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to walk.
No, so this is the gate.
Okay,
And
we're
so
gonna go around.
You're gonna go around and make sure you do all 3 songs, just keep going around until all of us are in, and when everyone's in, Melanie will make a signal, everyone's in, look.
Sorry.
And then you stop where you are.
Okay, so whoever the last one, Earth My Body, we just keep singing that one over and over
No,
until all
no,
our
when you get back over-
past the.
Yeah, when you come to here, you go back to We Are, Will Come From the Goddess. So you keep changing the 3 chants as you go, as you counter them walking around. Yeah, isn't that cool? All right, here you go.
It's gonna be, okay, I'm gonna have to see.
We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flowing to the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return. Christ's body, where I meditate, air my crown and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my
So I guess you can.
I just want to note that was the first time that pretty much any of us had done it or seen it. And it works. Everybody can take risks. Exactly.
Success.
Oftentimes with ritual type things, things may work in a small group, but they may not work in a large group. And so it's interesting to see that this works in either one. You might have to modify it a little bit.
I'd say we had at least 300 people at that.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was big.
Right, and one of the things that can be hard about a big group like that is that, the further away you are from the original singers, the more likely it is to have these disjointed, like the timing gets off, and so having those people that were around the edge with signs,
And I think we did have some side drummers, just kind of.
Right. Yeah, how many times have we had Elaine going around a fire where there's like people on either side and they're not playing the and she'll go over to the other side and be like, right in their face.
You are moving. Okay, so let's go on to our next piece. So that's something, there's a version of that on our first album. It's the lead song on Crow Goddess.
And everything else we're going to do today is all original music that is on the newer CD, which is Chromagic, which we released at Summer Solstice this year. So we're going to start off with the very hardest song on the album, because we designed this workshop by consensus. We know what that is. Yeah. So the background to this song is that part of our practice is that we do our priestess training by working with different elements each year. So at Imbolc, we choose a direction: fire, earth, air, water, spirit. And then that's what our priestess personal independent learning plan is about for that year. And so you work with, deities, and you do activities that have to do that, like plant a garden for earth, or, burn down a town for fire, whatever it is that fits, as your work for that element. And so we've really done a lot with elements. It's kind of like one of those systemic things where we didn't really plan to become an element-driven coven, but that's what's kind of happened. So then, as people were doing their special ritual for their direction in their year that they were dedicated to the temple of, in my case, water, we found the goddess for our area. So we said, here in Durango, Colorado, what is the goddess of water? So does anyone else want to pick up and say more about
Yeah, we did rituals for each of the elements, and it was like the participants were asked to envision a sound that suggested that element to them, and then we put all our sounds together, and by the end of the ritual they had turned into these words. In this case, Ushbala is water.
Mm-hmm. So she gave us her name in ritual out of the sounds that we had. Well, we were playing in a kiddie pool. And the same thing happened with the other ones. So we discovered that our river, the rivers that flow in our town, her name is Ushbala. She is the goddess of water. And the mountains that are around us, our goddess of those mountains is called Magurk. And that's what she told us. And the breezes that flow through our area,
Sometimes they're not
Fires are Horosipare.
Do they change from year to year? Or they're always
No,
there?
these are permanent.
These are permanent.
Yeah, and so
These
we've
are
been
permanent.
charging them for years now with these names and working with them. So when we call our quarters in private ritual, this is who we call.
Neat.
Yeah.
So cool.
And so I really recommend that anybody think about where do you live, and instead of bringing deities, in addition to bringing deities from Mesopotamia and Celtics and what are the deities that actually you can make emerge, that you can invite to emerge from where you actually live, and then working with them. So we are sharing with you in this song our personal pantheon.
The other thing I'll say is that Elaine was in a music theory class when she wrote this. Again, it's very
need to know this.
and
Yes,
it's very
this was a class
complicated.
project.
So I believe that we're gonna sing it, and we're not necessarily gonna teach it. Is that true?
I think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. So we'll just kind of give you an idea of how this works. You do not have to do it this complicated.
But I think
Are we doing a round, or are we just doing them one at a time, all together?
we're doing it just like on the CD. You got to add right in. Okay. But we'll teach them the spirit one, because that's easy. Okay. So it's Carol starts, and then you, and then Donna, and then Tara, and you don't sing this. I don't sing this. Oh, I'm going to sing spirit. I'm singing this. Okay, darling.
Say a word about the decision to release this.
Oh, we had to have a consensus-based decision about whether or not it was all right to put this on the CD and let other people know these names. Yeah.
It's a private work.
It's a private working, yeah. Yeah, so we're sharing it with you, but now it's out on the CD. There are 1,000 copies, so that force is out to the barn.
Yeah, she didn't mention that we're going to have to kill you all.
So it's the sacrificial one. Oh, I wish I'd known.
The sacrifice song is at the end.
Someone comes at you like this.
So do you go through this
twice, is that right?
When we did this
No, we just do it
performance,
once.
we had
You do it once
these,
and then I go
Yeah.
lose.
and Tara was actually
I'm
dancing.
not in train with one, are you? Just
McGirt is.
I did at the Sacred Arts Festival, yeah.
I'm not sure, I don't have this in, so isn't it about here? Ooh, shbala.
Yeah,
Do you have the note written, Charlie?
That works for me.
If we know it from your
Hey.
album, can we?
Sing
You
along,
wanna-
sure.
you wanna hear-
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
sing, yeah,
absolutely.
sing along softly if you
You
have.
wanna hear,
where the sound
hear where
or the
the
note
word
is?
starts?
Sure.
He's got the CD.
Oh my. You don't laugh, I have to listen to ours before.
I have to tell you, having your own CD is really helpful if your memories are failing.
As we age,
You're like, what did we do? Because we don't even
Right?
remember. You know.
Yeah, and then other people know it better than you do. Oh,
Yeah. Exactly, like last night?
Yeah.
How does that one go? I'll tell you. You wrote it, but I know it.
You've listened to it much more recently, probably.
That's not it. This is
Oh,
this is not. It's not on.
It's on her magic.
yeah.
No, it's necromancy.
Oh, that's right. I'm still getting these mixed up.
And while they're
I
doing
was
this,
accusing her.
I'll tell you that the first verse, McGirt, is, there's no melody to it. It's basically a chant, and it's kind of a metronome quality to it. It sets the rhythm, and it's almost kind of a trance kind of thing. And then the other ones, what makes this interesting is that each of these verses has a different melody. They're not the same melody with different words.
So Tiff, you want to do the McGirt with Carol softly so that you can still hear the last you're welcome to. It's not hard to learn. Okay, ready?
McGirt, 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 earth, green, hills, health, worth. 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 McGirt, 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 earth, green, hills, come to us, McGirt, from the ways, bring us blessings, bring us a song and rain and ocean, open us to devotion.
My name is Mystery, here at the center of all. Time spins around me, and I am still intimate and limitless. I am always here. Wherefore past need I will appear.
Now you understand why we do friends usually. But the other thing, I mean, that's probably pretty obvious about the song is that something like this, there's other songs out there as well that could work, are great songs for calling the directions. And we have done rituals that were completely in song. So we call it the circle in song, we call it the directions in song, and so there was no, we didn't talk at all. We just did one song after another that created a ritual song. Okay, law of three, that's me. Okay, so law of three is a piece of another song that's on our album. And this could be a useful song for initiations. I'm not quite, let's see, what else would this be good for?
Well, this is a good teaching song.
It's a good
So
teaching song,
if
right.
you're working with initiates, it's kind of why we're talking about that, the idea of the law of three. And the song is structured so that it goes around three. And we do it 3 times altogether, so the whole idea of what you give out comes back to you.
Right. Yeah, I could also see this as potentially a manifestation, for a manifestation ritual as well. So the first part of the song, the way it's written is a little wrong. So, the last line. So if you do it in a round, you sing the world gives back and the world gives back and the world gives back and and then you go back up to the law of three. So you don't do to me until you're resolving the song. Okay. So just sing the world gives back and 3 times and then go to the beginning again.
And then the 3rd time through, you do to me.
Right. And notice the 3s here.
This
You're
cheat
doing
sheet
a
was
magical
typed
working.
very late last night.
Yeah, I was trying to go to sleep. She was typing.
That's because I was singing with them. It's their fault. I was supposed to be home making the work. But
Okay.
it was too juicy to leave.
So should we teach it first, or should we sing it first and then we'll teach it?
We'll sing it through once, I think.
Okay.
The law of three says, what I give out, then the world gives back, and the world gives back, and the world gives back. The law of three says, what I give out, then the world gives back, and the world gives back, and the world gives back, and the law of three says, what I give out, then the world gives back, and the world gives back, and the world gives back to me.
That's how that works.
And now, can you teach the second? Who did the second part?
I don't know. I didn't.
You did. Okay.
Do you feel better now?
People who want to do the descant can just follow me. Okay. You want to explain what you're going to be doing?
I'm going to be doing a descant.
She's doing the thing on the
I'll
right.
do the little thing over the top that comes on the right.
Yeah. What I give is what I live. What I give is
What does the descant mean?
Well, it's really a counter melody. Descant is always above,
Okay.
so it's more of a counter.
Right. So do you want to can you sing it by itself for a second so people
What
can hear?
I give is what I live, and what I see returns to
Maybe
me.
we should do it a couple times.
What I give is what I live, and what I see returns to me. What I give is what I live, and what I see returns to me.
So we'll start and then okay.
The law of three says, what I give out, then the world gives back, and the world gives back, and the world gives back, and the law of three says, what I
We can count.
Share one more time.
I know, 'cause she needs another time. We actually do this 5 times. Once unison, once adding Carol on the harmony, and then 3 times with this.
So that's production value rather than magic.
That's why we get confused. It's like, that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
You'll also be very confused when you realize we have one drummer, and you listen to some of the tracks, and there's like 7 drum tracks. The magic of electronics.
It's all Charlie.
It's all about Charlie. Exactly. Charlie is gets out there.
Share a spot with you.
That's right. Okay, we should probably go on. We have a
Okay,
lot
we
to
should
do.
go on. Okay.
All right, so, crying. Done it.
Okay, so this is this incredible song that my good friend Elaine wrote for my Browning. And you're going to hear a pretty highly produced, really kind of jazzy bluesy thing in the concert tonight and on the disc. But this is a really great song, and it's actually quite simple. So I don't know. Do you guys like to do call and response? Does that work for you to learn the song? I am a wise woman.
I am a wise woman.
I am the crone.
I am the crone.
I am a wise woman.
I am a wise woman.
I am the crone.
I am the crone.
I may still
No.
I'm no one's to use.
I am no one's to use.
And I may still sing the blues.
And I may still sing the blues.
But if I do,
But if I do,
it's 'cause I choose.
it's 'cause I choose.
I am a
Wise woman, I am the crone. I am a wise woman, I am the crone. I am no one's to use. I may still sing the blues, but if I do, it's 'cause I choose.
7, 8.
I am a wise woman, I am the crone.
6, 7, 8.
I am a wise woman, I am the crone. I am no one's to use, and I may still sing the blues, but if I do, it's 'cause I choose.
Shall we do you? Yeah, let's teach them. We'll do you and you can do responses.
Okay. And this is what, and I made all these up, so. When you're using it, feel free to make up what's true for you. Okay.
You are a wise woman, you are the crone.
I am a flying crone.
You are a wise woman, you are the crone.
I'm soaring so high.
You are no one's to use.
Now.
You may still sing the blues, but if you do,
If I do,
it's 'cause you choose.
So this was actually for her croning. Some of you may have been at Argentine. How many people have been to Argentine sometime? Okay. So she had an all-night vigil by the Spiral, and we took her there and took away all her tools, jewelry. Yes.
Ooh, jewelry too?
Yeah, all her stuff. She went in there with nothing but like her water bottle and her clothes.
Not on descent.
Yeah,
And
spent
it was
the night.
blowing like a son of a bitch.
It was.
And when I don't know if you want to say like anything happened during the night.
It was actually kind of a quiet night. It was a deep going inward kind of experience, and there were, of course, the desert sounds and whatnot, but it was real isolating and going in. So
Am I imagining that there was an owl that was looking
there
around
was
here?
an owl
Yeah.
that circled me.
And a couple of us sat vigil all night too, on
Yes.
the high places above there.
My warriors.
Yeah, for Amazons. And then when she came out, we sang the song to her and gave her back her stuff.
And that's just this song was an incredible moving ritual. I really recommend it.
Just any kind of time where you're recognizing those
Yeah.
life stages is so important.
And we recognize that all of the stages are always present. Whether you're a maiden or a mother or a crone, you're still all the other things too.
Or sage.
Right.
Or sage.
Or, But it's a good song for honoring your sisters
Yes.
as they move into this stage. And I want it to be upbeat and jazzy, not like, I'm a crone. And plus, of course, I wrote it for her voice.
Trying for upbeat, jazzy kind of nature.
All right, I don't have the first note that Farewell My Familiar starts on. Do you know, Charlie? Yes, we're going to. I was just trying to be prepared. So, Tara's up.
Yeah, so you'll probably notice on our CDs, in addition to lots of element songs, we also have a lot of songs that kind of recognize either different stages in life or different rites of passage, different things that happen. And one of the things, and a lot of them are, to our knowledge, unique, that they're things that people haven't been celebrating in song as much. So we are going to do the hand parting song later, but one of them is the passage of a familiar, the passage of the passing of a very special pet, and most of us have probably had that experience. And in fact, after Elaine asked me to learn this for the CD, we had a pet rabbit pass away, and it was Charlie's idea to sing it over the grave, and he did an excellent job of singing it, and I choked out maybe 3 or 4 words here and there, and decided, maybe this is a song you have your friends sing to you. Because otherwise it might not work very well. So, do we want to maybe learn the chorus? Yeah. Final response? Sure. Oh, my beloved friend.
Oh, my beloved friend.
Our time is at an end.
Our time is at an end.
Speed you to the summer land.
Speed you to the summer land.
My friend, my familiar.
My friend, my familiar.
Shall we sing it through together?
Yeah, so why don't we sing it, the crows can sing all of it, the males can sing on the chorus, and as you pick up the melody on the verses, if you want to.
Oh, did you do that? We need tissues?
Yeah, they're really tissues.
Always need tissues, but I need my glasses.
I actually wrote this initially getting ready for the death of Donna's cat.
Who's diagnosed with lymphoma, like me, over 2 years ago, and he's been hanging around.
We sang the song with her. I'll listen here.
Not ready. She's like, I'm not going anywhere. What are you talking about?
Hanging out being a skinny, cranky little lady.
Yeah, it's taken some of us quite a while of singing this song to be able to get through it without choking.
So maybe before we sing this, we could just throw out the names of our
How about you guys sing it and we yell out our pets? We're not gonna be able to sing it.
My pet, I won't be able to sing it.
Okay.
If you wish to, feel free, and if you don't.
We can, afterwards, we can, after finished. All right, I like that.
And notice there's a little bit different structure, that it's chorus, verse, and then you go back to the chorus. But the chorus doesn't come between every verse. So it's chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus.
And at the very end, the last line, farewell, my familiar, there's a pause after farewell.
That's a little tag.
In the tagline.
Yeah.
Oh, my beloved friend, our time is at an end. Speed you to the summer land, my friend, my familiar. When I cast a circle round, you'd pass lightly in and out by your own free magic bout. My friend, my familiar. Animal eyes gazed wise at me, taught me of the law of three. As I loved you, you loved me. My friend, my familiar. Oh, my beloved friend, our time is at an end. Speed you to the summer land, my friend, my familiar. The goddess calls you now to her, snuggle in her lap and purr. She will stroke your cherished fur, my friend, my familiar. All the watchers to guard my circling sacred hours, you will be a guardian power, my friend, my familiar. Oh, my beloved friend, our time is at an end. Speed you to the summer land, my friend, my familiar. Farewell, my familiar.
Okay, group hug. Here, let's spiral into
There we go.
Well, now that is a hug.
Rebecca just lost a Suki.
Oh.
Harriet and Musaka.
Lusaka.
black cat. You look like an eggplant. So.
Musaka? I love that name. Emily Streamstopper.
That was a wicked name. Her mundane name.
Belinas. Giant cat.
Curry.
Charlie.
Oh my God, Charlie. I don't know. I'm so glad that we now have a song.
And you can at least play it.
Play it, never sing.
I was doing fine as long as I only sang the chorus. But if I
At least people over here, this whole section is solid.
So you can see why I kept saying we have to do this in concert. We have to do
We
this.
said
It was on the car coming back from Argentina yesterday, and I'm like, this is a great song!
I was laughing over here because I've never seen any workshop make such a large group of people cry. Yes, I was crying, but I couldn't stop laughing.
it wasn't sobbing.
Exactly. It just sounds like it's humming when you can't sing.
And don't those familiars make us laugh all the time?
Yes, exactly.
Think you pretty, yes sir, that's my kitty now. When he was a little bitty kitten, don't you know that I was smitten? That's my kitty now. His eyes are bold as brass. You better say you like him, I'll kick you in the yes sir. Think you pretty, yes sir, that's my kitty now. Poor Dr. Dan. Now I gotta put him in death.
Guys, let's get ready. All right. Well, Judith was supposed to.
Stop.
Who's that? Something is singing.
Somebody's been crying already.
You might actually get to do requests.
It's wet, but it will at least
We're gonna do, no, I'll go ahead and do dancing.
for you.
So, there's another workshop going on and that Azrael's doing, and when they're done, I think they're all gonna come down here and join us, some of them.
Any crows? I just need one.
I think that was the only song that needs to be
We brought her. We'll keep them just.
We'll just keep them in case.
Oh, I don't know.
So I'll go ahead and do Dance of Dreams now, I think. Isn't that just as well?
Yes.
Okay. So, we did this last night, so the people who were in the hospitality suite last night know this song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you get to do jazz hands.
In fact, that's originally was Tara's part too, so she knows the jazz hands.
The version that's recorded is 8 times through.
I think so, yeah. So let me tell you about this song. I was at Dragon Fest, which is a very large pagan festival in the Denver area, and this was some time ago when it was as large as it ever got before it got smaller. So 1,000 people, big drum circle. Bah, 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 bah. We were singing about that last night. What was it? The fire song we were doing?
Right.
Yeah, the fire.
It's a fire, a fucking fire. It's a big ass fire.
Yeah, it's that kind of situation. And so I had just gotten divorced and I was really sad and like, oh man. And so I was like out in underneath the trees, like there's a ring of big pine ponderosas there, and I was back under the ponderosas, and everybody's like having fun. It's a fire, a fucking fire. You know, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry for myself. And then I started hearing them singing this song. It's like, oh good, they're singing. That's funny. Usually you can't hear any singing at the Dragon Fest Drum Frenzy at Freedom Fire. It's like, oh, how does that go? Oh. My heart is open, and they're all singing this. My voice is open, and so I was off on the side, kind of trying to get the words, sing on, na 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 na, and so I felt better. Okay, I'm prepared to. I've got to step right in there. So I walk in the middle of the circle, and no one is singing. There is nobody singing. No one was singing. There was no one had been singing. It was like God to you. Right. And this song is like so appropriate for where I was at that time, because my heart was very closed, you know, because I had been hurt and by circumstances, and so my heart was opening, and also my voice had, you know, I don't know if this happens to you, but when things are bad, it's really hard to sing. So opening my voice back up again, and then the other thing is that I like to dance, and so I'm a dancer, and so that's kind of part of my magic. And so the Dance of Dreams was me, the Dance of Dreams, the Dance of Life, and I'm re-entering life. So this song for me is a song for affirmation, and I was the ritual that created the song. But what do you think you could? I mean, you see the words right there. My heart is open. My voice is open. I am the dance of dreams. I am the dance of life. Like, can anyone brainstorm of how you might use it in ritual? You're all very experienced.
You can invoke south.
Easy.
Yeah.
You're invoking south.
I think you can invoke the goddess with it.
That too.
Yeah. Because it is the presence of the goddess.
So
it's the life of dreams and the.
dance of life. And
Yeah, it's certainly.
my heart is open, my voice is open. That's all the goddess within you as well as the goddess without.
So if you had a ritual, you had a guide chant to invoke the god with, the priestess could use this to invoke the goddess. That would be pretty.
I actually wrote a call to the goddess. Is this song that is very similar to this, and I've never seen this before.
Really?
Cool.
We should see if they lay over top of each other.
Yeah, might. I haven't played it or seen it in quite a while. But maybe I'll bring it.
Feels like it could be a maidening.
Maidening?
Rite of passage, a rite of passage
Sure.
song too.
It could work for
And,
mother too.
and for a situation that, you know, we all get into situations where we feel down.
Absolutely.
And it's really great for and I've done it, and this, used it and in a private ritual to open.
Or to accept a path.
Mm.
My heart is open,
That's a great idea.
And to accept changes that happen.
Yeah.
Let's face it, shit happens.
Oh, it does.
Be able to accept it, doesn't it?
Well, there's a childbirthing song about being like a piece of hollow bamboo, and I mean, this kind of has that feeling to me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. This
Yeah,
would be
that's
great to
all
sing
about
it during a
opening.
birth. Yeah.
That's it.
It's like, yeah. Oh, this is, yeah.
Yeah, this would be a
Dance
great
like
one.
Or to sing to your child.
Okay, next time we're there, when somebody's giving birth.
I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore.
And you can change heart and voice to like womb and
Right. Oh, in fact, that's right.
Cervix.
My cervix is open, very dilated.
Oh, there's the head now.
You can end it with Pop Goes the Weasel.
Charlie.
That's funny.
So Judith is now here, and you were actually going to teach this tune.
Yeah.
Now that we've introduced it.
Okay, and we have written words, so. Do you have, a note?
She was 8.
Actually, I have 12, plus not counting semi-charts.
Yeah, depending on the.
Yeah, it's chromatic.
It's C. Okay, all right, we know that note.
My heart is open, my voice is open.
Here she is.
My heart is open, my voice is open. And the next one sounds very much the same. Oh, you're cheating.
I'm sorry.
My heart is open, my voice is open. So, and I'm sure, yeah, so let's just sing that several times, because I'm sure Elaine said you can do them individually or together.
Okay.
So, is that okay?
Yeah.
My heart is open, my voice is open, 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 my heart is open. Okay. And so the second part does have a different tune. And I know some of you already know it. I am the dance of dreams. I am the dance of life. I am the dance of dreams. I am the dance of life. I am the dance of dreams. I am the dance of life. I am the dance of dreams. I am the dance of life. I am the dance of dreams. I am the dance of life. I am the dance of dreams. I am the dance of life. And you can, of course, layer them over each other. Why don't we start with, as it's written, 4 lines of My Heart is Open. And those who want, you can keep on with that. Those who want can switch over to Dance of Dreams. And you can at your own pace, just put yourself back and forth. My heart is open, my voice is open, my My heart is open, my voice is open. I am the dance of dreams, I am the dance of life. I am the dance of dreams, I am the dance of life. My heart is open, my voice is open. My heart is open, my voice is open. I am the dance of dreams, I am the dance of life. I am the dance of dreams, I am the dance of life. My heart is dance of dreams, my voice is dance of life. My heart is dance of dreams, my voice is dance of life. I am the dance of dreams, I am the dance of life. I am the dance of dreams, I am the dance of life.
Yeah, there's a lot of other parts too.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of parts.
Yeah, there's lots of parts.
Well, there you have it. Merci por écouter. Gracias por escuchar. Thank you for listening, and blessed be.